Nissan Primera is a car designed for a new century and a new kind of driving. Nissan's commitment to bold and thoughtful design in styling, performance and technology has never been better expressed. There's a new form of intelligence at work in your new car, and nowhere more so than in the ergonomic design of its unique N-form control console. The easy-to-use console brings together all the Primera's control functions: climate control, audio, telephone command systems and DVD navigation. By doing this, Nissan's designers were able to reduce the number of switches required by around 50%, and also to increase the size of the switches, making them simpler and safer to operate. The controls have all been designed in a single central dashboard area, making them easier to use, easier to see, and consequently less tiring on the eyes to view, whilst keeping a keen eye on the road. The console in your Primera was designed so that you could use it intuitively almost immediately. Many of the functions are the same as a conventional car. However, because the layout may seem a little unfamiliar, we recommend that you take the time to study this video and experiment with the controls before starting a journey. First, try familiarizing yourself with the console's basic layout. There are three key controls: the joystick and enter button, which you'll use to enter information and move around the screen; the audio dial, which switches on the audio display and adjusts the volume, just like a normal volume control; and the climate control dial, which switches on the climate control displays and adjusts the temperature. Controls to the left of the audio dial are used for audio functions, all of which will be familiar. Controls to the right of the climate control dial are used for climate control only. Again, just the same as standard heater controls. Between these controls lie 6 function switches. These vary in use depending on which part of the system you're operating. There are several additional controls. The settings button allows you to personalize the way the display works. Here you can store and change information about your audio, display, language, navigation, navigation expert mode, and guidance volume. The info button displays information about your journey and fuel consumption. The telephone button switches phone command displays on and off, provided you've already placed a compatible phone in the cradle. The map button switches the screen to DVD navigation. The back button takes you to the previous page on the display. The AC button switches air conditioning on and off. And the off button switches the radio off. Now let's see how these controls relate to what you see on the screen. When you switch on the ignition, the first thing you'll see is the Nissan welcome screen. If your Nissan BIRDVIEW DVD-ROM navigation disc is installed, you'll be asked to select instructions in miles or kilometers. Make your choice. Then press Enter on the joystick. You'll be taken to the first map screen, indicating your current position. To get a feel for the control panel's operation, start by pressing the climate control dial. The climate control screen will appear on the display. Turn the dial and you'll see the temperature display change on the screen. This is the only adjustment you have to make. From now on, the system will automatically keep the car at the desired temperature. You'll notice that the screen also includes 6 boxes, which match the control panel's function buttons. These allow you to make manual adjustments as well. In climate control mode, only 4 of these boxes are active. Function button 1 switches climate control off. Buttons 2 and 5 raise and lower the fan speed. Touching these buttons also puts you in manual mode. And button 3 allows you to control the direction of the air. To return to automatic mode, just press the climate control dial again. Just below the climate control dial is a small switch to activate air conditioning. This will guarantee the right temperature in any climate, but is controlled by a separate switch because some people prefer not to use full air conditioning. There are also 4 familiar switches above the climate control dial: demist, to clear the windscreen rapidly, heated rear window, and a choice of fresh or recirculated air. Now press the audio dial. This brings up the radio screen. Rotate the dial and you can raise or lower the volume. The radio screen has 6 function buttons that match radio presets displayed on screen. Stations are pre-selected in exactly the same way as a conventional FM radio, by tuning to the desired frequency, then storing it by pressing the desired preset number until it beeps. The default screen displays 6 FM stations. Pressing the AM/FM switch on the left will bring up a further 6 FM stations. Then 6 medium wave presets and 6 long wave. You can select your own favorites using the joystick. Moving it left to right searches automatically. Moving it up and down searches manually. The radio also has a number of specialized functions. TA will switch on automatic traffic reports, and PTY allows you to preset your 6 favorite types of station from a wide range of options. Finally, the source button allows you to switch between radio and CD or tape audio. On this screen, function buttons 2 and 5 allow you to move back and forward through the tracks. And button 3 allows you to switch between standard, random or single track repeated play. Audio functions can be personalized to your taste using the settings menu. Move and press the joystick to select audio. This will take you to a screen with a selection of standard audio functions. Here you'll find controls to alter the bass, treble, balance, fader and loudness. An on-off switch for alternate frequency, on-off for regional, volume controls for traffic reports, the system's starting volume and speed-dependent volume, and an on-off switch for the console's beep. To exit from the audio settings, simply select End or use the back button, which will take you one step back through the menus. The settings screen also allows you to modify the look of the screen display. Here you can control brightness, contrast, background intensity, and switch between day and night mode. The system automatically enters night mode when you switch the lights on, but you can also set day mode with your lights on to suit some situations, like in heavy rain. In the display menu, you can also switch the display off completely. Alter or switch off the timeout before the display reverts to its default screen. Select a dual screen display, combining audio and climate control as the system's default screen, and control clock settings, and an option to switch off the clock in the display screens. The main settings screen also allows you to set kilometers and miles, useful when you cross the channel to the European mainland, for instance. After personalizing your display settings, press the Info button. This brings up the Trip Computer information display. However, when you first press the button, it will also display a warning screen if any part of the vehicle needs maintenance. Press the Info button one more time for maintenance information. This includes the mileage remaining to your next scheduled service, and 3 additional reminders which you can set to your own specification. Phone command functions available with the new console depend on the make of the phone in use. With a Nokia phone, for example, features available include caller name display if the incoming call is stored in the phone book, accept by tapping the telephone button, information about the active call, last number redial, and conference calling. There's one feature of the new control console that requires no operation at all. When the Primera is put into reverse, the display screen automatically switches to the view from the tiny camera hidden in the rear number plate. Now let's look at the most sophisticated of all the Primera's control features, Nissan's BIRDVIEW DVD navigation system. BIRDVIEW uses state-of-the-art DVD-ROM technology. The ROM disc supplied with your Primera contains enough storage space to map the whole of Europe on a single disc. However, for safety reasons, it will not play film DVD discs. To switch on the navigation system, first make sure that a disc is installed in the DVD drive, then tap the Map button. You can use this at any time to return to the map display. Now press the Settings button. This will take you back to the main settings menu. Here there are 3 additional options that relate to DVD navigation. Guidance volume, which controls the volume of the voice that will guide you on your route, navigation, and Navigation Expert Mode, which gives you access to a range of specialist functions. At this stage, leave Expert Mode off and select Navigation. This gives you two simple functions to edit. View offers a choice between a bird's eye or plan view, and Heading allows you to choose whether your destination appears at the top of the map or in its natural direction. Now press the Map button again, and you can plan your first journey. The 6 function buttons have now been illuminated. Start by pressing button 4, Dest. This enables you to select a destination for a simple journey from A to B. You can choose your destination in a number of ways: your home, if this is loaded into the system, an address, or a point of interest. You'll also be asked whether you prefer the fastest or shortest route. Finally, select Route Calculation. You're now ready to begin your journey. The whole process has only taken a few seconds, and the system will automatically provide voice instructions as you drive. While you're in this mode, you can also press button 1, Route, for further information. Here, Where Am I will tell you your current location, and Quick Stop allows you to check the locations of a number of standard features you may need to find. These include hospitals, fuel stations, restaurants, service areas, and one other which can be defined by the user. One extremely useful feature of the navigation system is an automatic warning if your Primera is running low on fuel, at which point the system will reroute you to the nearest fuel station on the map. The remaining function buttons provide simple control information. Buttons 2 and 4 enable you to zoom in and out of the map view, and button 3 allows you to cancel your current journey. And button 6 will replay the last voice instruction from the system in case you failed to hear it.
Take the first exit, then straight ahead.
Nissan BIRDVIEW is a very sophisticated navigation system, and there are several other functions which you don't need to use straight away, but may wish to learn about in your own time. To find these, go back to the Settings button and select Navigation Expert Mode. Now, when you select navigation, in addition to view and heading, you'll also be able to choose the icons displayed on your screen for specific landmarks like hospitals and offices. Save your current location for future reference, edit your address book, clear the system's memory, select automatic rerouting, select your user-defined quick stop option, set an average speed for your journey, your GPS position, choose areas of the map to avoid, switch the on-screen tracking trail on or off, and alter your GPS orientation and location so you can plan future journeys from a different location. In Navigation Expert Mode, you also get more information when you press the Route or Destination button. All of these settings are discussed in more detail in the instruction manual for the BIRDVIEW system. We recommend you use DVD navigation with Expert Mode switched off until you're more familiar with the system. The new Nissan Primera looks stunning on the road and feels stunning to drive. From the moment you sit behind the wheel, you know that a new form of intelligence has been applied to its design. An intelligence that will contribute directly to your comfort, safety, and driving pleasure. Enjoy the drive.